Hi there. For this illustration, I want to show you how to auction your product on MartFame.com or MartFame.NG. It doesn't really matter which of this URL you put on your browser. It will definitely take you to the same destination. So without wasting much time, let's get straight into it. Now, when you become a vendor, that is when you can see this dashboard. And right here, you can see several products already posted. And whenever there's a product for that is on auction, you will see place bidding. If you see the one that says add to cart, that means there's no bidding on that particular product. Now, the first thing you want to do is you need to come under the dashboard and you can see your auction or new auction. You can go through any of these submenus to post a new product for auction. But what we want to do here, I want to take you into the vendor's dashboard. So I'm going to click on dashboard here, the one at the top. And right here, you can see the vendor's dashboard. You have different submenus here, and you can see edit profile, product, sales, and statistics. But to post a product, you go on the catalog, and on the catalog, you go under listings. Under listings, you can post, a number product where people will purchase, just like the one you have on the right hand side there. And you have the one for auction, and we're just going to go for the one for auction now. You can also sell vouchers, softwares classified like property or cars. You can do that as well. So I'm just going to hit on auction, and this is the product that is currently posted by this vendor. We're going to go through for another one, and I'm going to show you step by step on how to post this. So you're going to click on new on this one of the tabs here. When you click on new, it will bring you up to the auction page. Let's go from the beginning. You can see all these tabs here. We will interact with all of them. And under general, you need to put name. So I'm going to run through this part very quickly because I don't want us to waste much time in that. So this is the product we want to post. So I already have my description and my title. I'm going to put the name. The alias can be anything. The SKU is the stock keeping unit. If you're lost in any way, you can always put your cursor, your mouse cursor on the attribute or the element, and it will tell you what each element is meant for. So I'm still going to use the same thing, and I'm going to select my category. And for the category, let me try to make use of the DIY home. And for the introduction, I can make use of this as well. And here, if you want to put a promo message, yes, you can do that as well. And I'm just going to make this one as this. And always try to put detailed description. If there's any defect on the product you're selling, try to put it there so that the buyers will have confidence in the product that you're selling. Now the next tab here is going to be auction. We come on the auction here, and here we've got automatic. Now when you put your cursor on this, it will tell you that if you select yes, it will allow the auction to automatically bid to the highest bid. Now, the way this also works is this. Let's say somebody posts a product for auction, and the start bidding price is, let's say 10 naira, for example. And a buyer comes in and puts, let's say 15 naira to start bidding the product. The system will not show that 15 naira, it will probably show 11 or 12 naira. Now, the next person who is going to come to bid, if the person put, let's say, um, 13 naira, for example, it will tell the person that the person has already been outbid and he or she needs to put higher bid. Now, I'm going to show you how this work on the front end later on. The next one here is the private. This one, when you select yes, that means that you can only see um, the bid that the bid that you have already you just put in there, which means you will not see the bidding of other people. You can only see yours. And for this, I'm just going to set the automatic to no on this instance, and for private I'm going to set it to no. I don't want it to be private. I want everybody to be able to see what they're bidding and what others are bidding. Now you need to select your country as well, which is I've already selected naira. The start bidding price, I can put it for 10 naira for this. Now, the reserve price, this is very important to protect sellers. So, for example, if your product is worth 10,000 naira and you put your start bid price for 10 naira, you don't want your maybe you don't want your product to sell for less than 10,000 naira. So, if you put 10,000 naira here, which means that um, even if the highest bid is 9,999, this product will still not sell, not until somebody bid at 1,000 or higher than, oh, sorry, not until somebody bid at 10,000 or higher than 10,000. That is when the product or somebody can emerge as a winner for this product. Now, you also have an option here which is called buy now. Now, there are some people who do not want to go through these they don't want to go through this process of bidding and waiting 10 15 days until somebody emerge as a winner. They just want to pay the outright purchase for the product. So let's say I put it for 15,000 example, to say you don't want to go for the to start bidding today. You bid, somebody else outbid you, then you have to bid again and all of that, and you just want to take it off the market. You can put this buy now into it, and then you want to select the date that you want your product to begin bidding. So you just click on this option here and you can select the date. You can backdate it, or you can select it for the the same day, and you can ask, just put 8:30. And when do you want it to end, the bidding end date? This is also very important. Usually those who put their product on auction do not want it to stay too long, because they want somebody to buy it very quickly. That is why you're doing auctioning. So normally you probably put it for 5 days or 10 days, or probably maximum a month. But for this purpose, you know for the purpose of this illustration, we're just going to set it for uh, until on the 30th of June, and we just selected the end time. I'll put it for 11:55, and then you post your photos. Here you need to add your pictures. I've already selected my pictures here. One thing you want to do is just to make sure that your pictures they are not heavy size. Try to reduce the file size of your picture. What I normally do in this case is I've got a software that I would normally use to reduce the file size of my picture, and I'm just going to show you a quick example. um, I'm going to right click on these and I will say open with. Then with the picture, Microsoft Picture Manager, I will hit on edit, and then resize right here, and I'll change this, and then hit on OK. Now, as you can see, the file size has dropped to 1024 pixels. And I'm just going to close this and I'll say save. Now, if you look at the file size of this right now, I'm going to right click on it again. As you can see, it's dropped from 4 point something megabyte to 276 kilobytes. So this means that your product is going to open up very quickly whenever any buyer or any potential buyer clicks on that particular product. So that is why this is very important. Let me just try to do one or two more here. And if you do not have this application, you can always go online and use the online tool where you can use that you can use to reduce the file of your picture, the file size of your picture. Now, unfortunately, you cannot actually do everything at one time, so you have to do it one after the other. All right, guys, as you can see, all the file sizes they have all the file size for these images, they've all reduced. So this is the only one I'm yet to do, and if you look at this one, it's showing 3.9. That's like 4 megabyte. That's kind of huge compared to these ones. It is showing 215 kilobytes. So I can show you here, as you can see, 215 kilobytes. So always try to reduce the file size of your image using any of the tools online. And I'm just going to do this last one just to make sure that everything is consistent. And I'm going to hit on save. And now that I've reduced the file size of my images, I'm just going to select them all and I can just drag them right here. And they will upload very quickly, no waste of time. You go to the delivery. I would normally select goods with attachment because I always want to put this preview. And you also want to add the quantity, the stock quantity of your product. If you put -1, um, that means that you have more than one item, and if you just put one or two, you just need to specify. You can also select your shipping method. Do you want to charge buyers per weight, or you want it to be per zone? So for example, you want to send to somebody in Ibadan, in Kaduna, or in Abuja. This you can use this per zone to do that. I'm going to do um, another tutorial that is going to focus on per zone shaping, and just watch out for that video. And also per product, free shipping. But when you include the cost of the shipping into the cost of the product, and the customer wouldn't need to worry about if they have to pay anything extra for shipping. Once you include that, it actually makes product sell very quickly. And also, pickup item, I'm going to use this one as a pickup item, which means the buyer will need to pick up the item at the location specified in the address. And you can also define your weight and the weight in units. You can select whether in kilogram or in pound or in ounce. Now here you can decide to put a video, or put an image if you want. So for example, I would normally like to put YouTube, because if you put a video, for example, let me go into the file here. I've got a video here. I can easily drag this video here, and as you can see, it's already uploading, but I don't want to upload it here because it's going to make it even the page, the front end of of this product, to it will make the page uh, take a bit longer to load. So what I would normally do is I will post it on YouTube, and I will just copy the link and put it here. So I'm going to show you that very quickly. Okay, I've got this one, so I'm going to make use of this, and I will just copy the link right there, and then move to the next stage here, which is attribute. Now this attribute is more of the policy. Individual vendors can design their own attribute. You can put your own terms and condition. You can decide whether you want it to show or not. The default by MartFame is that it shows. You can also put some other requirements at the checkout. You can also allow returns. This is very good when you give buyers confidence that they can return the product if it doesn't meet their requirement, or it is not as described by you when you post it on MartFame. You can also select that. You can also decide to show return on the front end of the product, where the buyer, you can decide to show it. By default, it will say yes. And also your return period, you can put it as 20, for example, 20 days. And show return period, do you want it to show? Yes, you can put it there. And you can override the original preference by MartFame. The next thing here, you want to put the location of the product. So in this case, let's say uh, it, 24, uh, and we just leave it at that. And then we go for the publishing. You can also set the time that you want this to be published. You can just leave this as default. The other aspect is the friendly URL. Now, by default, if you do not put anything in the friendly URL, what you're going to see is that this title is going to be used instead, which is still very good. So what that means is that, as you can see, www.martfame.com here, and you have this other this other part of the URL. This is going to be replaced when customer click on that product. You will see something like this at the end of the MartFame.com URL. So that is what the friendly URL is. Or you can just put something else yourself. You can just put Blender, and that is what it's going to show. So, but in this case, just going to leave it blank. Now, the next one is search engine optimization. Now, this determines how you want, if you want your product to be searchable using the search engine. So, for example, when you go to Google to search for a product, do you want your product to come on the first page? So, the search engine would index your product on the Google search engine. So that is why you need to make sure this is also well defined. And the only thing you can do in this case, just put some kind of description for the title. And you can use the same thing. And if you want to add something to it, like the best blender, you can do that. Now, for the keywords, you need to put something like this, but they need to be separated by comma. So in this case, we're going to put comma to separate the three words. And that's just about it. There's nothing more to do here, and you just click on save, and you get a notification auction successfully created. If you want to make any further amendment, yes, you can do that. So you can just click on done, and it is done. So from the front end, let's take a look at it here. We go on MartFame, and we're just going to refresh this. And as you can see, Okrika store created a new item. I can click on this to view the item, and there we go. Then I can place a bid. Now this is the buy now price. I can just click on this to buy the product now. So for example, I just click on buy now, and here I will just need to fill in my details and pay for the secure payment, and I'll just check out. But I don't want to do that for now, so we're just going to go back. You select your country, and I'm going to delete this part. What I now want to do is to go back to the product, and whenever you view a product, it will show on the activity stream. As now, as you can see, it is not showing, but I'm going to go back to the product, and I can place a bid. Now let's say I'm going to put 23 naira, for example, and then place a bid on this product. Now I am the highest. In this case, I am seeing the exact amount of bid that I placed on this product. And as you can see, the bid history, that there is one person. Now this is where this feature come into play. Let me just take you into this. This is where this automatic bidding, because I set it to no, that is why I am able to see my original bidding price. If I had set this to yes, I would not see the actual bidding price. I'll probably see something like, 11 naira, something like that. And not until somebody else, uh, let's say somebody else come now and put like, 20 naira, it will tell the person's already been outbid, and it's going to change that price to tell the person to put like extra to put extra bidding times. Let's say, exceed the 20 until the person exceeded this 23 naira. That is when it will start showing the highest bid. So it only show the highest bid, or allow the highest bid, when this particular function is set to yes. Now for the private, in this case, I can now see that I am the only one who have just placed a bid on this product. Now let's use someone else to place a bid for this product. Let's go to the activity stream to look for this particular product, and I'm going to click on this, and right here I can see the last person will place a bid on this. So I can outbid this person by putting 30 naira, and there you are, two bids now. So I can see those who have placed a bid on this product. See, Now, Niger Gas is now the highest bid at this point. Now, another thing I want to show you here is the auction fee. Now, this auction fee is not being paid by the vendor. It is being paid by the customer. So that will be, if this is the highest bid, then this highest bid will need to pay 5% of the total amount, and this goes to MartFame, just to let you know. And yeah, that's just about it for now. If you have any question, please always reach out to our contact center or our customer service center, and they will always be there to help you. If you have any comment, you can post it under this video, and we will definitely respond to you. You have a great day. Bye.